I switch my phone. I usually have it. Excuse me. I usually have my phone mounted on my window, but that's only in the winter time. In the summer, I'm mounted on my dashboard. I don't know why it changes like that. I don't know if it got some temperature or what. But I'm back downstairs, baby. And this topic doesn't even. I don't even care about this shit at this point. It's just something to talk about, you know. I've heard Star talk about it, you know what I mean? That's the only reason why I'm even inspired. Man, people just like to complain and shit. And I guess a couple days ago, Charlemagne the God gave Ellen DeGeneres Donkey of the Day, and he ranted because she compared this whole quarantine situation like being in prison. She said it's kind of like in prison, except everybody in this prison is gay. That shit is kind of funny to me, but the funny thing is, I think most people in prison are gay. Maybe not gay because they want to be, but gay because fuck it, man. I ain't gonna see a woman never again in my life, so whatever. At any rate, I guess a lot of people are up in arms saying that she was being insensitive with her joke, and you can't compare it to prison. You live in a multi-million-dollar home and blah 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 blah. But like, when people are bored, they want absolutely any and everything to complain about, and it's fucking corny. When you're in prison, you pretty much get up, take a shower, you eat, you know, you go outside maybe for a little bit, and you come back in. You don't really have much contact. Shit, in prison, at least in prison, you got more contact with people. In this situation, I think I've probably hugged and kissed a person one time in over a month. In prison, I guess at least motherfuckers can kiss each other. But people are just, come on, man. People just want to be bothered, want something to talk about. I think that's what happens when we're quarantined and we're stuck in one situation. We look for any and everything to complain about. Like, it's a freaking joke. I hate when people come at comedians, man, especially like this is a light-spirited joke. How many times have comedians made jokes about prison and the various things that happen in prison? From Chris Rock's famous tossing salad joke with strawberry jam or syrup. That's a prison-based joke. To Martin's, oh, if I go to prison, I ain't gonna never take a shit. Or whatever. He said, I'm gonna just shit and not wipe my ass. Like, come on, man. There's so many prison jokes, and now we want to take issue because of what Ellen said. I mean, I don't mean we as an all, but, you know, for the individuals that want to complain about it, like, shut the fuck up, bro. Get a backbone. To me, it's a fairly accurate description. You know, there are different levels of prison. Now you got the level 5 hardcore prison, 23-hour lockdown. You know what I'm saying? You got solitary confinement. You got the furlough where you can leave for the weekend and work or whatever and come back. You know what I'm saying? There's all types of prisons. She's just in her situation is like more or less country club style of prison. Because with this quarantine shit, like, I'll give you my day, right? I wake up. Hold on, give me one second. My bad. I had to put the GPS in. I didn't know where the hell I was going. Oh yeah, so my basic day, and I'm sure a lot of you guys' days, I get up, you know, brush my teeth, take a shower, do whatever I gotta do. I might hop online, check some emails or what have you, check Facebook, check some X videos, you know, whatever it is I feel like doing. I look at my phone, I see an Instacart order, you know what I mean? I go out, I do my Instacarts throughout the day. Then when I'm done, I come back home. That's it. So and it's the same, like in prison, it's the same routine every single day, limited contact with individuals, unless you actually are locked up with motherfuckers, but limited contact with the outside world, and the only people that are going out are essential. You know what I mean? Like in prison, the only people that's going out is people that are on furloughs or what have you. You know what, Bam? The joke wasn't bad, but Charlamagne the guy be clout chasing, and it's just a way to kind of like, not even kind of like, it's a way to put the spotlight on himself, and then make him seem like he's for the people and power to the people. Motherfuckers that's in prison and shit, there's a lot of people that's in there. They probably did some shit that they really, really deserve to be there, and the last thing they worried about is people making jokes about them. I feel like some motherfuckers in prison is just happy that they're being talked about, even in that lighthearted manner. I would imagine some people in prison is like, I'm sure that some people in prison have said, yeah, y'all motherfuckers in the outside world, yeah, y'all kind of tasting what we going through right now. You know what I'm saying? Because in prison, it's a consistent routine. You do the same shit every day, and you have to be in a certain area. You're not allowed. Like, we are mandated. We can't go to bars. We can't get in groups, so we'll get fined. You know what I mean? There's certain things that the government is telling us we can't do. The government is like the warden, so to speak. And if we ignore the warden, no, we won't get locked up in a hole or nothing like that. But I've seen different penalties from a $100 fine to a $1,000 fine. Parties getting broken up, getting slapped with misdemeanors, all types of shit. And this is all for our benefit, just so we get better. The only fucking reason why I'm even out here right now is because I'm working. That's the only reason. And there's plenty of motherfuckers that be out here that work, that are working, you know, delivering groceries, what have you. And then there's plenty of people that's just treating these supermarkets like they the carnival or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it'd be like one cart with a family of 15 dirty ass, dingy kids running around being loud and shit, spreading the COVID virus. I'm only out here because I have to be. Yes, I'm risking my health. Hey, but we risk our health every single day with every single thing that we do. It's just that we're super sensitive. You understand what I'm saying? And we're super keyed in on this one specific situation that's breaking us down. Let's not even break it down humanity. It's fucking 2%. Shut the fuck up. And not even 2% of humanity. 2% of the people that test for shit is going through it. Yo. Not to be like crass or nothing like that, but like, yo, we got to really look at the numbers, man. I'm getting so tired of the media just focusing specifically on the 2% and not talking about the other 98% that's surviving this shit. Yes, I've had friends who on my friends list whose parent, like father, passed away. And you know what? I've mainly been seeing only men passing away from this shit too. You know what I'm saying? But that's that's a whole other topic in itself. But yeah, I've been seeing a few bad stories on my timeline. But if you want me to keep it 1,000, even if we look at my timeline as mathematics, I got 5,000 friends, right? And out of 5,000 friends, and it's probably more, not everybody broadcasts personal things in their life like death and shit like that. But some people do, like everybody has their way to cope. But anyway, out of like the 5,000 some odd friends that I have on my friends list, about 6 or 7 people, like somebody close to them passed away. And it's very, very unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? And my heart definitely goes out to them. But it's not like out of my 5,000, like 25, like that half of the list, it's like a half list of death. Yeah, every other day I'm seeing people pop up and stuff like that, but it still doesn't compare to the amount of friends that I have in my friends list. You know what I'm saying? That's still like extremely low. Like more than likely, the probability of you personally, like you suffering and going through some shit, is extremely low. But there are going to be people that are going to go through some shit. It's war, and it's casualties of war, and it's fucked up. But you can't be selfish in this situation, man. You can't just think of yourself as just an individual and the only person that's going through some shit. And, well, okay, if you're going through some pain and suffering, then everybody got to fucking be depressed and go through some pain and suffering. That's selfish as fuck. You know what I mean? I feel like if somebody went through it in my family, God forbid, but if it did happen, a universe forbid, if, you know what I mean? I wouldn't broadcast and share that shit, man. I would still have my positive attitude. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, definitely I would be, it would hurt, but I would still know that, like, humanity still had a chance, man. Are you thinking about yourself or are you thinking about humanity? Are you thinking about you as an individual? Or are you thinking about all of us, man? He said, what you talking about is the percentage. Yeah, are you thinking about the individual? Or are you thinking about all of us is what I'm asking. But anyway, back to Ellen's joke, because I'm kind of veering off to something that I've already spoken about on one of my videos. It's a funny joke. You know what's funny? Even before Ellen dropped this joke, you know what I'm saying? I was like, this shit kind of like prison. You know what I mean? We don't got to get all into it, but you know, I know I'm very familiar with the prison situation. You do the same shit every day, all day, repetitive, and you got a whole bunch of strict set of rules, and they limit your rations, and they limit the stuff you can eat and buy, which is pretty much kind of like what's going on right now, where you can only buy one thing of toilet paper, you can buy one thing of rice, you can buy one thing of eggs, you can buy one thing of milk. They're starting to ration shit out, and people are getting really testy in these stores, kind of like in prison. Motherfuckers be getting testy over small, minute things. Yeah. But you said even the gay reference, I'm like, why would that set anybody off? Why would somebody be offended? Her house is like a prison because she doesn't go anywhere, right? And she does the same thing every day, right? And it just so happens everybody in her prison is gay. Like, how is that? How are people offended by it? Are they offended by the use of the word gay? It's a perfect analogy of what she did. She's locked in and she's living with gay motherfuckers. And it's like a prison. But I will go further, especially a woman prison. Like, damn, the goddamn whole prison is gay out this bitch. Man, in my experience, 41 years on this planet, women have a much easier time of embracing or experimenting or admitting that they experiment with homosexuality than dudes do. You understand? When you go into prison, it's just, hey, I'm in prison with my girls. Fuck it. We're going to braid each other's hair and eat each other's vagina. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like come to be expected. When you isolate a human being from the opposite sex and you keep them around their own sex for an extended period of time, you got motherfuckers sexually, emotions going all kinds of crazy haywire. People do desperate things, man. You take away a portion of an individual's humanity, they do desperate things, or they do things that they wouldn't normally do. Like fucking putting milk in a plastic bag and putting it in the toilet overnight because the water in the toilet is colder, so it actually like chills the milk. Like shit like that, pun intended, that you would never think about. Different things pop off in prison, man. So like, I feel like her she didn't have to say except everybody was gay. She could be like, this is just like prison because we don't go anywhere, and then everybody inside here is gay. That, she could have said it either way, but for people like thinking that she was being insensitive towards prison, no, comedy is hyperbole. Comedy is a stretch of reality. Comedy is an exaggeration of facts, of things that actually happen. No, she's not in prison. Yes, she's in this fucking huge ass mansion where she probably got a built-in movie theater, bowling alley, basketball court, video games, you know what I mean? Like, her house is the type of house, if the zombie apocalypse popped off, you would want to live in that shit, and you could probably survive in her fucking rich ass house for 10 years or some shit without having to come out. She's stockpiled. I think we're all just getting like testy because we just don't have that. We don't got that human interaction. We don't have that closeness, that connection, man. You don't realize how much you value human interaction until you go through like a forced situation where you can't really be around humans, and you can't be around affectionate and stuff like that. And I mean, you're not in prison, you're not supposed to be affectionate and all that shit, but you know, people still give each other daps and hug and fuck on the low or whatever. But I mean, like, yo, I think some of y'all folks, and if it doesn't apply to you, I'm not talking about you, but some of you folks are being way too sensitive, man. It's like, come on, that shouldn't have even made headlines. That should not have even been spoken about. It's like, y'all reaching. At this point, you are really reaching. It's not that serious. I think it was a good joke. It was a funny joke. Anybody that's honest with any type of like sense of humor and like a creative mind can clearly see that it was an accurate joke, and it wasn't insensitive. It wasn't like she was talking about motherfuckers getting raped and getting shanked and shit. She just talked about the solitude. She was just talking about the solitude and the routine. That's it. So get over it. Not that big of a deal. Hopefully you folks are staying in if you don't have to be outside. And when they say stay in, they don't mean stay locked inside your house. What they really mean is like stay away from large like crowds and groups of people. That's what they mean. You understand what I'm saying? Don't form like unnecessary gatherings and things of that nature. You know, and if you have to go to the supermarket, that's the only reason why you should be going out, to get the necessary goods for your family and yourself. If you don't want to go out, sign up for Instacart or Peapod or one of these apps and have it delivered to your home. But it's very, very high demand, so whatever you order, you're not gonna get it to like, it's like a 3 or 4 day window now. That shit is bugged out. If you're looking for money, if you want to make money, like if you're out of the job and you want to make some extra scratch, then the supermarkets are always, they're hiring. You can stock boxes. They need clerks, they need cashiers, they need all kinds of people, man. Mainly stocking people. Like the main problems that supermarkets are having is that they're having a hard time restocking their shelves in time, because motherfuckers like is just attacking that shit like it's a fresh antelope. Like I saw some Clorox hand sanitizer wipes, the paper wipes or whatever, cloth wipes. Man, these people were surrounding that shit like a dead antelope, and there was a bunch of hyena. Man, that shit was crazy. I'm glad I didn't need it. They probably would have tried to punch me in my face if I wanted to grab a little roll a little Clorox, Lysol, whatever the fuck that shit was. So, you know, do the stocking. If you want a job, I mean, it may seem like it's beneath you, but right now, it's not about having a lofty job. It's about just having something to pay the bills and keep your family fed, keep you occupied. So grocery stores are hiring like a motherfucker. If you don't want to be inside the grocery store and you don't mind delivering shit to people's homes, do what I do. I do Instacart. Somebody low-key tried to clown me about doing Instacart the other day. You know what I'm saying? The person was kind of stupid and didn't understand the concept of debating. You know what I mean? They wanted to try to be personal, but I'm making over $1 a week right now. And I wonder what that motherfucker is. Probably not working at all. Who knows? Whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, you can do Instacart too. You will make over $1,000 a week without even trying. I don't even push it that hard. You know, I don't want to kill myself. I usually don't start delivering until like 10:30, 11. If I was doing this like 8 o'clock in the morning every day, I could easily clock like over $1,500 a week. But you know, I'm good with the 1,000. Over 1,000 is more than what I'm used to normally making. So yeah, you know, if you need some work, Instacart, deliver groceries, or actually work in a grocery store. Let's not get bent out of shape over Ellen DeGeneres' joke, because it really wasn't that big of a deal. It was actually funny, and it was a great analogy. And I would defend comedy until I die. I don't give a fuck about the person's race or sexual orientation or religion. None of that matters to me. I'm all about the humor. It's just, listen, we all testy. We're all locked up. This is what happens when you are locked up. You get frustrated over bullshit. I've seen motherfuckers in prison fight over a honey bun. Fight because, oh, you owe me that piece of chicken over stupid shit. So, of course, people are going to get testy and argue over a harmless joke. But that's all I had to say. I just wanted to continue adding to my content, man. If you want to help me to keep this content coming and up the level and up the ante so I can get better equipment, you can cash at me at $mogizzle, MOGIZZLE. That's $, Mogizzle. As a matter of fact, when I put this on YouTube, I'm going to put my Cash App at the bottom, and I'm going to put my Cash App in the descriptions, because motherfuckers is getting money off of broadcasting and stuff like that. So, you know, I think it's about time that I get my paper too. So once this is over, once this is finished, hopefully I can have amassed enough bread so I don't have to go back to my old job, and I can hop in this car, pack this motherfucker up, you know what I'm saying? Step on the gas, go West Coast, go to the West Coast, go to Los Angeles, man, and get this comedy career / Hollywood career popping. But y'all motherfuckers need to help me. I will holler at y'all. # everybody need more green. Deuces.